Moving on to question 2 of grade 10 mathematics, November 2018 DBE paper. So for 2.1, they want us to solve for x. So for the first question, it's px plus qx is equal to the a. Now I automatically see that there's a common factor here, which is x. So we'll take that out. So x open bracket p plus q is equal to a. Since we're solving for x, we have to divide by p plus q. So therefore x will equal a divided p plus q. But do note that p cannot equal negative q, because that would mean this underpart would equal to 0, and anything divided by 0 is undefined. Now for the next question, we're having this long trinomial here. So you notice normally we would factorize this, but this will be a bit difficult since we have 2 at the bottom. So how I would automatically start, I would say 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Now which factors of 4 can give, which two numbers when you times together will give me 4, but also if you add them together will give me negative 5. So I'm automatically thinking 4 minus 4 and minus 1. So let's change the equation a bit. So the equation will then become 2x squared minus 4x minus 1x plus 2. Now the equation hasn't changed, but now we can take out a common factor, which will be a common factor from this 2 and this 2. So first I'm going to take out 2x to give me x minus 2. And from this part I'll take out negative 1. And that will give me positive x minus 2. Then you automatically see these two are the same, therefore we can simplify that further and say 2x minus 1 in one bracket, and the other bracket will be x minus 2 will equal to 0. Now that we have that here, so 2x minus 1 and x minus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore x can be a half, or x can be 2. Now moving on to the next one, 2.1.3. So half to the power of 3x minus 1, plus 1 is equal to 32. So I would try and get these to similar bases. So a half, I'm going to try and turn it into a 2, so that automatically means if we bring that to the top, we have to change this to a minus. So it becomes that. And 32 is the same as 2 to the power of 5. So once the bases are the same, we can get rid of them. So minus 3x minus 1 is equal to 5. And we take the negative 1 to the other side. That becomes 5 plus 1, which is 6. And we divide by 3, well, negative 3, x will be equal to negative 2. Now for 2.2, we're given that minus 11 is less than and equal to 3m minus 8, which is less than 4. So we normally just treat this as a normal equation, and I try and get rid of those signs, just put an equal to instead to just make it a bit easier for me to see. So then it becomes minus 11 is equal to 3m minus 8, which is equal to 4. That's basically the same thing that it's saying, but we'll tidy it up a bit later. Now we're going to try and get the middle part by itself, the 3m. So we have to get rid of the minus 8, which we can take it to this side, but we also have to take it to that side. Therefore, we say minus 11 plus 8, which is minus 3, equals to 3m. And we say 4 plus 8 is 12. Okay, now we still want to get the m by itself, so we're going to divide everything by 3. So then that becomes minus 1 equal to m, that is equal to 4. So once we got that, we're going to put the signs back in. So minus 1 is less than or equal to m, but also m is less than 4. That will be 2.1.1. So 2.2.2 wants us to write down the number of integers that satisfy this equation. So that's basically all the numbers that can fall into this category without breaking any of the rules. So let's count. Since minus 1 can't be equal to that, we'll count that. And we have 0, and we have 1, we have 2, then we have 3. Now we can't include 4 because it's not equal to. It doesn't have this sign right here. We need that sign in order to include the number. So let's count how many numbers that is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 integers satisfy this inequality. Now we're going to be moving on to 2.3. We have to solve simultaneously for x and y. If 5x plus 4y is equal to 21 and 2x is equal to 3y, 3 minus y. So let's write down. Let's write down our equations. 5x plus 4y equal to 21. That's our first equation. And then 2x is equal to 3 minus y. That's our second equation. Since we have to solve simultaneously, we can either use the elimination or substitution method. Either or works. Personally, I prefer the substitution, so we're going to go with that. So let's just tidy this up a bit so it looks somewhat similar. So I'm going to change the equation 2 to look into 2x plus y is equal to 3. Now that's going to become equation 3. Oh, sorry. Let me make this a bit easier. Now I'm going to tidy up this equation into something much more manageable. So since we have this y by itself, I'm going to bring it to the opposite side to make y equal 3 minus 2x. That will be our new equation 3. So I'm going to sub, since we know y is equal to that, I'm going to sub 3 into 1. So 5x plus 4y, which is 3 minus 2x, is equal to 21. Then I'm going to tidy that up a bit, so it'll be 5x plus 12 minus 8x is equal to 21. So 5 minus 8x is minus 3x plus 12, which is equal to 21, minus 3x is equal to 21 minus 12, because I'm taking the 12 over, which is 9. Then I'm going to divide by minus 3. Therefore, x is equal to minus 3. So now we know our value x. I'm going to sub x into equation 3 to get my y value. So y is equal to 3 minus 2 times x, which we know is negative 3. Therefore, 3 minus 2 times negative 3 is the same as 3 plus 6. Therefore, y is equal to 9. So that's question 2.